Hello, welcome to Beauty's Fashion Academy YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning how to cut out patches from Ankara fabrics. These patches could be used to design your dresses, your bags, or whatever you want to use them to design. So that's what we'll be learning how to cut out today, how to cut out nice patches from Ankara fabrics. Before we go into the tutorial, there's a part of the filming process I missed out. In that part of the filming process, what happened in that place was that I used fusible interface to fuse the Ankara fabric on the wrong side. You could use any fusible interface of choice, but I used lightweight paper stay. You could use any fusible interface of choice, but I would advise that whatever fusible interface you are using should be lightweight so that it will be easy for you to cut out. The work of the fusible interface is just to add a little weight to your Ankara fabric so that when cutting out it will be a little bit sturdy and have a little bit of weight. So before we go right into the tutorial, I would like you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel and please press the notification bell below so that when any other video is uploaded on the channel, you'll be the first to be notified. Also, please like, comment and share this video to whoever you feel needs this video. Thanks for always supporting us. So let's go right into the tutorial. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to our class on how to fix Ankara patches on your plain pattern. So we are starting with this beautiful flower pattern on this Ankara fabric. So the first thing I did here before cutting out the pattern was to fuse a paper stay underneath the fabric. So after fusing, I start cutting. So as you can see here, I'm tracing the flower out with my scissors and cutting carefully. So this is what you have to do until you cut. I just trace out carefully. You have to be very careful. There are some people that use an electric scissors for this process. There are some people that use their normal scissors and put in heat, can put in a little bit of stove or fire or your gas cooker so that your scissors can be hot. But I don't need that here because my fabric is pure cotton, so it won't fray. So I'm just cutting out. The only special effect I added to this was to fuse my fabric with a fusible interface. So you can see I'm cutting out carefully. I'm tracing it out and cutting out carefully. Yes, you can use any patch of any shape. I intentionally use this because it has varying sides. It has different shapes coming out here and going in there like a flower. The patch is not straight, it's not round, it's just going in and coming out. So I intentionally used a patch that is I don't know the word to use here, but the patch is not straight and it's not really easy to cut out. So that's what I'm using here. That's why I intentionally used this kind of patch. You can see I'm cutting out carefully using the tip of my scissors. Can you see I'm using the tip of my scissors? Yes. By using the tip of your scissors, you can control your scissors so that it won't go past where you want it to go. Just carefully trace out and cut out with the tip of your scissors. Make sure you fuse your fabric That is very, very important. Make sure you fuse your fabric. It's going to give your petal or your flower form after cutting it out. It's going to give it a good form. So make sure you fuse your fabric. So I'm almost done here. Yes, as you can see, I'm almost done here. I'm done. Yes, can you see that I fused? So I'm ironing again to make sure it's well fused onto the fabric. So can you see that the stake has given my flower patch form? So the flower is looking like a real flower. It has a 3D look. So you can see, make sure you use a contrasting fabric if you are doing a project like this, so that your patch can come out neatly. Choose your colors wisely. So that's what it's going to look like on our fabric. So here, that's a hemming gum. I'm going to use it to hold the fabric, the patch to the fabric, so that when I'm sewing, it won't move. So I'm using my office pin here from the other side of the patch to hold the hemming gum. So the hemming gum is going to act like a gum. I'm just going to fuse it with my iron after putting it. I'm just cutting into pieces. I'm fixing the pin from the good side of the patch. Can you see? So just do that randomly on your patch. Do that randomly on your patch. Yeah, and please just, yeah, please, like so. So just use your iron to fuse. Your iron needs to be hot. So just fuse like so onto your fabric. Can you see the way I'm using my iron? So here I'm removing the paints and I'm fusing again. Use your iron to fuse. Make sure it gets stuck to your fabric. So we'll be going to the sewing machine now to sew. Thank you. Welcome back. So here I'm starting to sew the patch onto the fabric. So I'm starting carefully, sewing on the borderline of the patch. Can you notice what I'm doing when I get to a new bend? Just watch the video and see. Look closely. When I get to that bend, I drop my needle, raise the foot and turn, and drop the needle back. I drop the foot back and continue sewing. That's what you have to do carefully, so that your sewing will blend in to your patch. Like when somebody is afar off, they won't even notice that you used your straight sewing machine for this, because some people believe that if you don't have a straight zigzag sewing machine, you can't sew a patch onto a fabric. So I intentionally did this with a straight sewing, the straight sewing, so that we'll know that even with your normal manual sewing machine, you can sew a patch neatly onto your fabric. All you have to do after sewing is that you just embellish with stones or something else, just to take the attention of whoever is looking at it away from your sewing. to the embellishment. Then I only advise people that use pure cotton Ankara fabric to use this method. If you are using a fabric that is not pure cotton, the fabric might end up fraying. So I'll only advise you to use a good cotton fabric for this. So all you have to do is just to sew on neatly and make sure your thread is matching. Like if you notice this patch, the borderline is black in color and I'm using a black thread, and by the time I finish, you'll notice that the thread blends into the fabric. It blends into the patch, so it won't be that obvious that it's sewn with a straight sewing machine. Most times when I do this, people feel I just maybe I use something to stick the patch to the fabric. It's only when they come closer they see that it's actually sewn. So just carefully do this and you are good to go. Another thing I would advise you to do is that if your fabric is not too firm, you can support with a fusible interface, a paper stay, at the wrong side of the fabric. My own fabric is actually firm, so that's why I didn't do that. So thank you for watching. Bye.